Hi, this is Tony Sagami. Hey, we've all seen those horrific images of the tsunami and earthquake devastation in Japan. But one of the potentially longer-lasting effects could be on the nuclear energy industry. The threat of a Chernobyl-type accident is causing many countries to reevaluate the wisdom of nuclear power. For example, Thailand has 5 nuclear plants on the drawing board right now, but the Thai Prime Minister just ordered a review of all those plans in light of what's happened in Japan. India, Malaysia, Finland, and the United States, led by Senator Lieberman, are all lightly tapping on the brakes, at least temporarily, to make sure that any new nuclear plants are safe. Now, worldwide, there's 442 nuclear plants. Now, that sounds like a lot. Now, by the way, 54 of those are in Japan. Now, those 442 plants provide 15% of the world's nuclear electricity. And there are 65 more nuclear plants currently under construction as we speak. On top of that, there's another 155 nuclear plants that are in the planning development stage. In short, the world's nuclear capacity is going to increase probably by around 50% by the end of this decade. Now, nobody is plowing ahead with nuclear plants faster than China. China only has 13 nuclear plants currently, and it gets about 0.6% of electricity from those 13 plants. But it has plans on the drawing board to increase that amount to 5% by 2020, with 25 more nuclear reactors. That's a lot. Now, how can you profit from this worldwide buildup of nuclear energy, particularly from China? Well, there's 3 stocks I think you should take a look at. The first is Cameco. The ticker on that is CCJ, traded here in the New York Stock Exchange, CCJ. Cameco is the Saudi Arabia of the uranium world. I say that because it has 20% of the world's proven reserves of uranium, and it's a catbird seat to meet the growing demand at higher prices for that uranium. Cameco was in the low 40s, but now is in the low 30s. Another stock to take a look at is ABB Limited. Its ticker symbol is ABB. Pretty simple. It's one of the largest construction companies in the world, and it's also in the big way in the business of building nuclear plants. ABB's been doing business in China since 1910, so that gives it a big head start. And ABB is about 10% off its recent peak. Another stock that really is flying underneath the nuclear radar is Korean Electric Power. That ticker is KEP. KEP. Even though it's a Korean company, it's traded right here on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, Korea Power is the sole monopoly to provide for electricity generation in Korea, South Korea, and it's over 60% owned by the government. Now, Korean Power, it looks like a boring utility on the surface, but because it gets 45% of its energy from nuclear plants, Korea Power really is one of the top nuclear experts in the world, and so it's leveraging that nuclear expertise into a very healthy construction business. For example, recently just won a $40 billion contract to build the first nuclear power plant in the United Arab Emirates. Now, warning, Korea Power's biggest problems have been the Korean government reluctance to really let rates flow much higher, and so that's kept a lid on Korea profits. But its construction business can help that really take off. Now, don't rush out and buy any of these stocks tomorrow morning. As always, you need to do your own homework and make sure they're right for you, and wait for them to go on sale before you actually do any buying. But those are 3 uranium stocks that are well worth your time and interest. Until next week, this is Tony Sagami signing off.